News at 5.
The opinions and views expressed in Political Talk belong to its commentators and are not those of Nexstar Broadcasting Incorporated, this station, or their affiliates or employees.
Welcome to Political Talk with Democratic commentator Dora Leland and Republican commentator Tom Santulli.
President Trump put a target on their backs, and his mob broke into the Capitol to hunt them down.
House managers wrap up their opening arguments at the impeachment trial against former President Trump Thursday after using disturbing, never-before-seen video of the Capitol riot to try to prove he sparked the insurrection. House managers are trying to recreate that horrific event of January 6th using the president's own words, tweets, and actions against him. Are they getting their case across?
We saw footage of the last 2 days that was hard to watch. I think that they were saying that actually rioters came within just 58 steps of the senators and within feet of Vice President Mike Pence. So that's unnerving. I think that the House managers laid out a really compelling timeline of Trump's efforts, beginning even well before the 2020 election, where in essence, they're claiming that he was priming his supporters to believe that the only way he could lose was if the Democrats cheated. So they definitely, I believe, really outperformed the former president's attorneys. In addition to the big lie that the election was rigged, that the belief that Mike Pence could do anything about it, that he somehow could overturn or send the votes back to the states, which he has no authority to do that. All in all, though, the big question is going to be, will this footage, will the arguments presented by the House managers, will it shift the views of 44 Senate Republicans who voted on Tuesday that the trial was unconstitutional? Right now, that's not looking likely, but time will tell. I mean, I think the House managers, if their footage of what transpired on the 6th is not enough, I don't see where there will ever be a case to convict and impeach a president.
All the information that we've seen, it's been pretty graphic, and I think everybody looks at it and says, how did this happen? And rightfully so. And certainly the former president has to take some responsibility for what he did that morning by what he said and stoking up the crowd, but I think that it's even bigger than that, that even with what the president said, to watch people storm the Capitol and do what they did, to me, is much beyond even what he said. And even when he was trying to say that the election was unfair and it was stolen, I get that. It really stoked people up, and it certainly didn't help the situation. But I think, the part that bothers me the most is there's going to be no healing. First of all, nobody wants any healing. The Democrats don't want healing. The Republicans don't seem to be. Hey, listen, I'll say what I always say. I'm disgusted with both sides. I think neither one of them are doing their job, and I think the public agrees.
That will do for this week's edition of Political Talk. For the very latest edition of Political Talk, simply log on to our website, mytwintears.com. We'll be right back.